One. All right, we're the brothers out of Great Millstone, Atlanta. First and foremost, we want to give our praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakak Double honor to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the Akim that are pushing out this truth and sincerity. All right, so we're going to do a quick lesson on basically this truth requiring change, okay? All right, you can't keep doing the same thing and expect the same the same results. Okay, the Lord requires change. The Lord requires you to make sacrifices, and the more that you grow in this truth, the more the Lord is going to require from you. And us, as we're going into these times, all right, we're gonna have to make more sacrifices. We're gonna have to make necessary changes that's going to basically benefit us in that day. Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. So in order for us to be stable in those times, all right, we have to really gain more knowledge and wisdom. All right, and hearken to the Lord and build in His Spirit. All right, so yeah, this truth requires change. We can start off with that in Romans.
All right, this is Romans. Chapter 12. I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service.
That's right. So present your bodies as a living sacrifice. We have to be a living sacrifice. All right, we're basically vessels to do righteousness. The Lord is using us, as sheep. As a shepherd leads sheep. That's the way the Lord is using us. And so we can't really get too caught up in our day-to-day, lives and stuff of that nature, because the Lord is utilizing us to do His will. All right, so we have to be a open and readily readily available servant. All right, you got it up.
Verse 2, this is the point going into the topic of the lesson.
Mm-hmm.
It says, and be not conformed to this world. Okay, and I looked it up in the blue letter.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the word conform, it says to conform oneself, i.e., one's mind and character, to another's pattern, fashion oneself according to. All right, and we're not supposed to be conformed to the world. All right, we conform to the Spirit of the Lord, and we conform to the Scriptures. All right, that's that change. When you come into the truth, at first it may be, the kid, the woman, and then everything else. But when you come into the truth, it's the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's YAHAWASHI. It's us, because we have to work out our own salvation.
Yeah, the brotherhood.
And the brotherhood, gun.
And our individual selves, like you said.
Individual selves.
Mm-hmm.
And then if a man has a family, whatever, that all falls in line. That's why the Lord set up that order. Starting with YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI.
Yeah, and that's right. Everything else pretty much has to take a back seat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because like I said, even how the Spirit is moving now, how the Spirit is revving up. How Apostle Tahar, he put out the decree of doing 3 videos a week, and and he also suggested brothers get in the spirit of doing 3 videos a day. All right, but the Lord, where do you think that's coming from? You simple people think, as just Apostle Tahar, he's a man. No, that's coming straight directly from the Lord. The Lord is basically speaking through Apostle Tahar and basically letting us know that we got to pick it up, man. We got to pick up the pace, and the pace is going to continue to pick up. All right, it's going to continue to pick up. So we have to be able to adjust and to be able to make more necessary changes.
Yeah, more sacrifices.
More sacrifices. That's right.
Verse 1.
That's right. Now I was gonna say, because it may get to a point where we have to quit our jobs just to do the will, to do the will. You know, it may get to that point. You know, but are you willing to? You know, are you willing to? You know, cut off everything? How far are you willing to go for your salvation? You know, how far are you willing to go? Just like the left hand side. All right, the left hand side, you got these celebrities and you know all these different you know high up people. Okay, they on the left hand side, the elites and stuff, they want to know how far they'll go in their wickedness. So on the right hand side, it's the same thing. You know, but you got it.
It says, "And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, which is your spirit." You know, we got to renew our spirit. All right, like the brother was saying. You know, what are we willing to sacrifice? How far are we willing to go in this truth to obtain the ultimate goal, which is the kingdom, the salvation? Now, what are you willing to give up? What kind of changes are we willing to make? You know, starting with myself first off. What kind of changes am I willing to make to follow the Spirit and obtain salvation?
Yeah, and because it's easy to get into complacency. Let's look up that word complacency. But you know, it's easy to do that in this society. You know, the Lord, especially if the Lord, you know, gives you a little financial cushion. You know, it's easy to fall into that. The Lord throws you a little check, and you're like, okay, all right,
get lazy,
I feel good. You know,
like the brother's looking up that word complacent, but you think about water that's stagnant. In the scriptures, the scriptures refer to this truth as a living water. All right, the living water is constantly moving and flowing. It's fresh, it's clean. But you have a water that's still, you're gonna get mosquitoes, you're gonna get algae and certain what is it like what is it, lily pads with them frogs. And, you know, you ever been to a pond and it got a bunch of scum and just moss and shit that doesn't really, you know, it's supposed to be there, but it's just it just looks filthy. Right. But if you moving in the spirit and the water's flowing, then you're gonna have a clean, you know, Lord willing, a clean spirit.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, clean waters.
Yep. And that word complacent basically means pleased, especially with one's self or one's merits, advantages, situation. So you're pleased with your situation. You know, you're okay. You know, making, you know, you're okay with your job, your current situation. You know, the Lord is you know, he's basically giving you a little comfort. You know, but that doesn't mean that, you know, we just be stagnant, like the brother said. You have to be constantly flowing, and you have to be willing. Okay, the Lord, the more the Lord gives you, the more you're gonna have to be willing to give up.
Say that, what is that? Much is required.
Yeah, to whom much is given, much is required. That's right. Beautiful, beautiful point. Because, you know, the Lord is gonna give us more of His Spirit. He's gonna give us more of His Spirit. The closer, like, because you got a lot of brothers. You know, brothers have been talking a lot about spiritual power, and you know, and things that the Lord is, you know, gifts that the Lord is going to impart to His elect. All right, and if we are those men, then we're going to continue to sacrifice and give the Lord more, because you see, the Lord, He's not just going you know, give you gifts without nothing in exchange. That's not the way it works. Okay, the Lord, this ain't just no free, you know, freebie, you know, a handout. Lord doesn't give out handouts, man. You know, hey, I'm gonna just give him this. Yeah, no, what are you gonna do in exchange? What are you gonna do in collateral? Let's look up that word collateral. But you can bring out what you. I got it.
Much is required scripture. This is Luke 12:48. It says, "But he that knew not and did not commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required."
That's right, much required. All right, and that word collateral means something pledged as security for repayment of a loan. Let me see. Here's another one.
So basically, what type of report is being written about you? You know, being that we have to stand before YAHAWASHI and YAHAWASHI in the day of judgment, or just in period. What type of works do we have? Or what type of sacrifices? What type of changes? What type of you know, the scriptures say to deny yourself. What have you denied yourself in this world to get to where we want to go?
Yeah.
What kind of report are we gonna have?
Yeah. There's another one that says it's a valuable property owned by someone who wants to borrow money. So okay, so like, you know, you go into these loans or whatever, like a title loan, right? That's basically what it is. You're giving your title to your car or whatever it is in exchange for to borrow money. All right? And the Lord operates the same way, because the Lord, you know, if he's going to give you more portion of his spirit, then he's going to say, okay, what are you going to give me? Give me a piece, or give me a title to you know, whatever portion it is that you can give me. Because if the Lord is going to give you, you know, some money, because this is spiritual money, if the Lord is going to break you off with some spiritual money, then it's like, okay, well, what do you have to give? You know, what are you gonna do in exchange? Do or give in exchange? Okay.
Like a slothful servant.
Yeah.
What did he do?
Beautiful.
The Lord gave him that talent. What did he do? I'm gonna hide it in the napkin.
Hide it in a napkin. Yep.
I'm gonna put it in the hole. You know what I'm saying? What happened with that? The Lord came back.
Beautiful.
Took it away from him.
Yep.
And what did he do? He gave it to the next man.
He gave it to the man that had more.
That had a few more.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's not how we want to, you know, end up in this truth, man. We don't want to have the spirit of the Lord taken away from us.
That's right.
That's why, you know, the topic of the video really is, what are we willing to give up to gain so much?
Yeah.
Basically. You know.
Yep.
That change, that denying ourselves, the sacrifices. You know, a lot of men don't count the cost when they come into this truth.
I got some.
You know, I'm still young myself, but you know, brothers is building brothers up, man.
Yep.
You know.
I got something real quick. It's Romans 8:18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in heaven, which shall be revealed in us. So the Lord is gonna hook us up, man. The Lord has something special in store for us. But it says the sufferings of this present time. So, okay, so what? We got to give up, you know, so what? We have to suffer, okay? You know, yeah, we have to, you know, go through certain things. We you know, brothers be late on bills, and brothers, you know, be catching hell in America, you know. Different brother situations, you know, brothers got, you know, sicknesses and infirmities, and, you know, brothers, it's across the board, you know, what all of what brothers are dealing with. But it's like, even that is not worthy to be compared with what the Lord is going to give us, you know. So the Lord, and the scriptures also say that the Lord only gives you, or he only puts on you what you're able, so to speak.
He give you a way out.
Paraphrase it, yep. And he give you a way out, yep. Kind. You have something?
Actually, the scripture you had me holding from earlier, 2 Corinthians
goes in that
4:16. Actually, the scripture I'm gonna read what you wanted, but if I keep reading, it's gonna go into exactly
what you beautiful.
So you know, that's a spirit, right?
That's a spirit.
So this is 2 Corinthians 4:16. For which cause we think not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day.
That's right. The inward man, which is the spirit. Okay, the outward man is who we are to the world, the ego. You see what I'm saying? Our ego, our you know, our slave name. That's the outward man. You know, who the world knows us as. You know, I'm you know, whatever it is, whatever your titles are in the world. You know, your job. You know, the many hats that you wear in the world. That's the outward man, but the inward man is the spirit. The inward man is your soul, your soul and spirit. Okay? And it says what? It says it's renewed day by day. So it's constantly being renewed. Like the brother said, you have the living waters. It's constantly moving. It's constantly being purified. Okay? All right? The inward man is, your insides are constantly being refined the more sufferings and things that you go through. All right? You keep going.
I was going to say real quick, too.
Go on, yeah.
Make this point. Like, somebody, like, you ever had somebody give you something? And you're like, damn, you hold it to a high, high esteem, so to speak. You take care of that possession more than you would take care of something that you bought yourself because it meant more, it was more valuable to you. Oh man, somebody gave me a pair of shoes. I'm wiping down every day, make sure
you cherish it.
You cherish it more than something that, because it was a gift. And this gift that the Lord gave us is more valuable.
Valuable, yep.
Valuable than anything else, man. That's why we pray that the Lord don't take the spirit away from us.
Yeah, because and that's a good point, bro, because it goes into knowing the value of things. Value is key. In this society, we don't know the value of shit. People just basically throw away money.
Esau puts his own value on it.
Yeah, but even when I receive money, even when the Lord gives me any type of blessing, a substantial blessing, then hey, I'm like the water. You humble and you want to do more. You like, okay, if the Lord gave me that, I want to do more. I need to do this in exchange, because the Lord didn't have to do that. When the Lord gives you a blessing, man, you should want to repay Him, through some other form, because the Lord doesn't want your money, of course. So what does the Lord want? He wants your time. He wants your attention. He wants you to follow His commandments. That's what He wants. You got it.
Verse 17, it says, "For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory."
Yeah, our light affliction, which is but for a moment, because this thing is going so quick, man. One day we're gonna wake up in the camp like, damn, that was it. Like, damn, that was quick.
Because the shit that we're going through now is not gonna outweigh the things that we're gonna receive in the kingdom. So it's like, all right, I'll suffer now to receive all of this. I'll deny myself this. I change damn near everything, and really everything. You gotta change your whole entire life. Your life has to change when you get into this.
It has to.
You can't be the same person. I'm not the same person I was last year. I was dealing with this brother last year heavy too.
God, yeah.
He'll tell you. He's not the same brother that I dealt with last year. This brother done grown. All the brothers in the camp done grown.
Yeah, you can see brothers grow. And it's gonna continue to be that way. It's gonna. I mean, Lord willing, we endure. But if we're of the elect, then it's gonna continue we're gonna continue to see growth. We're gonna continue to see brothers giving up more. Praying, fasting, giving up more of their time, because look, man, we almost out of here, man. That's. I mean, just to put it simply.
This is one more verse. It says, "While we look not at the things which are seen, this world."
Yep.
All right. It says, "But at the things which are not seen, which is the spiritual building, all right, the spiritual temple that we building up. That's what we see.
That's right.
We see that. We see the kingdom coming. We see this place being destroyed. All right. We see the thermonuclear fire.
Yep.
All right, because we believe it.
Yep.
We believe in the scriptures. We believe in the spirit of the Lord, man. The Lord even confirms some things. Brothers be in the same mind on the group chat. You're like, damn, I was just watching it. I was just looking at this. I was just this and that. Brother posting the same scriptures. We see all these things, man. All right? It says, "For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal." See, and that's that treasure we was just talking about. You know?
Yeah, that's right. We'll probably grab a couple more.
Yeah, I got two quick scriptures.
Okay, come on, yeah.
Unless you got something.
Nah,
Come
go ahead.
All right, this is Ephesians 4 and 22. It says that you put off concerning the former the former conversation, the old man which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust.
Yeah, the former conversation, you know, because we're not thinking about we're not having the same conversations we were last year, like the brother said. You know, a year ago, 6 months ago, we weren't talking about the same thing. Put off the former conversation. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
It says, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind. See, that just proves the renewing that we read in Romans.
Yep.
That's actually talking about your mind and your spirit. Mm-hmm. All right? It says that you put on the new man, which after the Most High is created in righteousness and true holiness. Because that's what we're ultimately supposed to be. All right, we're going through the troubles of the flesh now, but when the Lord comes back and gathers, and beams up His elect, we're going to be in our true form, true holiness, righteousness.
That's right.
One more quick one.
And that's I was just gonna say that's freedom, because ultimately we're working for our freedom. Ultimately, we're just servants. We're kind of like indentured servants. Mm-hmm. An indentured servant is someone that's basically they're working towards their freedom. After a certain point where they're able to basically buy themselves, that's when they become free. But you have to work. You have to basically keep on putting in labor so that you can buy your own freedom. That's basically that's a beautiful way to look at it. Is that we're basically working so that we can buy our own freedom spiritually, so to speak. Yep. Work out your own salvation. Yep.
That's all I had.
Okay, that was it. Oh, I thought you had one more. You thought.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
So Colossians chapter 3. I'm gonna start at verse 9. It says, "Lie not one to another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds, and have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge, after the image of him that created him." Which is, adding on to the scripture you just read, but just putting off that old man and putting on that new spiritual understanding, the new spiritual body, so to speak, which we'll get physically when the Lord comes back. But we have. That's why our brothers don't. We're not out here doing the things that a lot of the 2/3 are out here doing, right? Mm-hmm. We're not doing none of those things, period.
Yep.
Right? Because we have that understanding, we have that change. We have the true change. You got a lot of people that have changed for the moment, but only change on Saturdays, only change when brothers is around. But you're not moving in the same spirit when you're alone at home. But who do you think is watching? It's an angel always reporting.
That's right.
So you guys that's out there, playing around, which I see it through the spirit. A lot of brothers is bringing that out, man. About you guys that's
behind the scenes,
walking falsely. Yeah.
I got something to close up on. It's 2 Corinthians 1 and 5. For as the sufferings of Hamashiach abound in us, so our consolation also aboundeth by Hamashiach. So the sufferings, that's how we basically that's what we are giving the Lord in exchange is sufferings. We give the Lord suffering, and He's gonna give us consolation. A prize, which is the prize, and the prize is the kingdom. But I keep reading, and whether we be afflicted, it is for your consolation and salvation, which is effectual in the enduring of the same sufferings which we also suffer, or whether we be comforted, it is for your consolation and salvation. So I'll keep going. And our hope of you is steadfast, knowing that as ye are partakers of the sufferings, so shall ye be also of the consolation. So if you're a partaker of the sufferings, you're gonna be a partaker of the consolation. which is the prize, which is the kingdom of heaven.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but like I said, what we're giving the Lord right now in exchange for His righteous spirit is suffering. You know, fasting, afflicting ourselves. You know, because the closer we get to this thing, the more we're gonna have to afflict ourselves, and to conquer the flesh more and more, and that's what we give the Lord in exchange is us suffering and mortifying our members. That's what the Lord wants us to do. You know. Hey, so with that, we want to give our praises to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM Rakakwadash. Lord, when you brothers were edified, and double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, Shalom.